Hi guys, welcome back to another sculpting vlog of Monkey Island. Now we just finished, I finished the head of the Mohawk guy. I keep calling him Mohawk guy. I forgot his name, so if any of you guys know, just drop a comment. I might have a quick look at the game and find out his real name. But sure, if you get a chance, hit subscribe and hit like. Also share it around if you get a chance. Now, of course, I'm not gonna lie, this is not really the best looking head. Like, I'm not putting myself down because I already knew this since the beginning of using sculptors. And I know I keep saying it, sculptors is not good for modeling hard surfaces. So, I know somebody in the audience is gonna tell me, don't put yourself down. Like, I'm not putting myself down, I'm just honest. I know what I'm talking about. Just letting that Pacific person know. Don't worry, it's somebody close by. Let's see. Okay, we're going to work on the tentacle's head. So we're going to move on to this character. So I think it might take me 20 minutes just to do for each head. Hopefully I can do this video for 20 minutes, another 20 minutes for another video, and that should be it. Actually, just one more detail. This guy doesn't have a belly button. So I'm just going to quickly, I'm aware that symmetry is on, so maybe tinier. Whereabouts is it? Okay. I'm just finishing off here. I just forgot to do a bit of, just very quickly. Because I'm going to reuse this body again, so. Whoops. Maybe not. But yeah, to be honest, I thought it looked alright. I thought it was fine. You know what? It's fine. You guys could fix all that if you want. Because... Alright, so let's do tentacles here. First, I just saved this. Yeah, I know, I'm aware. I spelled Mohawk wrong. Sometimes I have a habit of typing really fast. So sometimes when I type fast, I kind of miss the letters a bit. So, okay, so what we're going to do here is delete the head. And to make it less confusing, save as, call it tentacles. Tentacles. Yeah, that's spelled right. Tentacle head. Tentacle head? Yeah, whatever. So I create a new sphere. Add object. There we go. Scale it down. Let's see now, make maybe a little bit bigger. That's not too bad. Let's see, I might actually, yeah, that could work. Yeah, actually that kind of did work actually. Yeah, that's pretty much. Hopefully this is only a 20-minute video for each, but maybe not. There's a few stages in modeling. You want to block it out, put rough and details, and try and put final details and clean up. At least that's how I see it. Yeah, let's make this a bit wider. There we go. so let's see now. Maybe that's a bit too big, is it? That's a bit fine. Okay, let's try that. Now, let's work in his mouth. I'll try to draw too. He's happy. You know, if I had the opportunity, I'd give him a dead mouse helmet. Why not? Be sick. Also, I want to work on the sides there. Just. Oop. Do. Let's put it. No, that's too much. Let you go back to the drawing tool. Maybe the drawing tool is a bit better. And just I'm kind of quickly learning how to use Blender. Like I think for somebody who doesn't know, I'm normally a Maya kind of person. Like I normally would Autodesk. The first software was 3D Studio Max. Actually, no, my real software was Cinema 4D. It was one of the first. And actually, I think it was called Cinema 4D Go at the time. And there was another one called Cinema 4D XL6. This is going back 20 years ago, if I recall. Basically, I just really did 3D modeling. Then I learned 3D Studio Max a couple of years later. You know. It was a lot of fun, actually. I really did enjoy it. See if I can. That's not what I'm looking for. I wonder if. Just trying to find a way just to lock it so it doesn't extrude out, you know. Sometimes the tools can be confusing. There we go. There we go. So Cinema 4D was kind of one of my first. I didn't actually use it that much because I barely understand it. The tutorials were really hard. You know, there was, well, the internet was in its infancy. There was no YouTube. You had to count on books, you know. Like kids now these days have a lookie, you know. Back then we had to count on mouth to ear, you know. I actually wanted to be an animator, so what I did was back then was use stop motion. Did a lot of stop motion with thumbtacks, clay and all that. It was pretty cool. It was something I really wanted to do. It actually turned into a hobby. Then I got so interested, I tried to go to college, you know. Okay, maybe his head is a bit too big. Let's try and bring it down. Bring it down just about there. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get those tentacles out. remember learning 3D Studio Max. Anyway, I think what was the first thing I learned in 3D Studio Max? I think was there was a few things. I did the Saturn V rocket. Got student board for that actually. Although it's really bad right now. I probably could do 10 times better than I did before. You know, I'm just wondering, is that guy actually wearing an octopus in his head or something? Why not? He looks great. An octopus in his head. I'll actually do it in one model. You know, I'll have to try and pull these back in somehow. And after 3D Studio Max, I used Maya, and I've been using it for, God, it's nearly, not really that long, 8 years, between 8 to 9 years, around that at least. Like, there was nothing wrong with Maya or anything. I just, like, everyone was encouraging to use Maya because of studio standards, and I thought it was a great program. Like, it's, to me, the only downside of, well, right now it's switched from, they got rid of Mentor, switch it to Arnold. Arnold really sucks. I'm not a fan of Arnold, to be honest. Like, some people like it, which is understandable. But Mentor was just, I thought Mentor was perfect. Actually, I thought, in my opinion, I think Mentor has gotten even better. Like, it has now like a kind of render preview, well, automatic render preview. It actually renders in the viewport, similar to Blender. So, I know Arnold has something like that, but what kind of annoys me the most is the materials and the, like, I'm normally stuck at use of, like, I'm kind of a simple guy when it comes to software. I like things just simple, not too complex. Like, things have to be easy to use, you know, because I don't have to think about too much BS and just do what I want, you know. You have to turn some button on, you have to use certain material. Just let me use the damn material that I want, you know. If it ain't broke, don't fix. Anyways. Oops. So, no, that's what I want. Except. Whoa. Let's put a bit of pressure there. Or a bit of detail, I mean. Let's see now. We want to try and make this sharp. How will I do that? Maybe that. Maybe that. Probably not. let's add some teeth onto this guy. There's his eyes. Of course not. Nice one. I don't think it's necessary to flan them. No, you don't need to flan them, to be honest. From here, I'm gonna actually use this. Then turn this again. Much better. Gonna give it a bit of a twist, or not a twist, a rotation with the tips. And then there you go. He has fangs. He's evil. I don't think he's evil though. May look evil, but he's not. Whoops. Let's see if we could pinch these in a bit more. Yeah, that's the right tool. I want to bring these guys in, you know. This is why I keep them all separated, you know. Whoop. Here, I'll give this a bit of a character. Maybe like that. That was meant to happen, but it helped in a way. You kind of now see why I prefer separate models. It's all about full control. There we go. You know, even though they don't have any eyeballs, maybe it helps if I actually... It does that. This might actually help a bit, just to give it more structure. So I always felt like when you have separate objects, it kind of does tend to help a bit. Like, you know. Yeah, like that kind of, actually, yeah, that kind of really helps. I think I should have done the same for the other character. Yeah, you know what? When I bring them into the 3D software, I'll fix them right up. I'll make it up for that character, you know, make it better. I'm not a real fan of, you know, I'm not gonna repeat it. This actually looks a bit better than the one. Although I'm kind of keeping it simple. That looks way better. Yeah, that's way better. Put a bit of character. Hurry for time. Actually, I'm going to try and just complete this head all in one video because he kind of has these little bunny ears type, so I might just reconsider using that kind of Yeah, it is actually, that's important thought. When you're in wireframe, you want to make sure you're not using too much wires that are not necessary, you know. Like, just reduce as some as you can. You know, just to keep it clean, help you speed up the computer. For me, I could barely care at this point. But it is, but I advise you guys try and get in the habit of that, you know. Although I know I should do the same. I just thought it's an important thing to point out actually. Yeah, that looks a bit sketchy there. Okay. Flatten this out. Ooh, no. Nope. That's not what I wanted. I got a bit pointier. Oh. Don't know how I accidentally hit something there. Which reminds me, always save. Always save. Get in the habit of saving, because anything can happen. Unlike what happened to me last time with the other character, that was such a nightmare. I thought I had to do all the modeling all over again. That was horrible. You do not want to, if you plan to do a YouTube video with sculpting, make sure you save. Don't start, you don't have to start all that crap again, you know. I said in the other videos, just remember, if you have disk ticked on, recover from crashes, make sure you have that tick on. Just in case, you know. It ain't pretty. Actually, I don't know, I can't remember if I told this story or not. Maybe I have, but I remember I had to do a lip sync for Dean. Oh man, it was, just in case who Dean is, it's a character from Iron Giant, you know, the 50s cool guy. I had to do a 3D model of a head. I think it's still on YouTube, but damn, when I had to, it was an assignment for lip sync. And the unfortunate happened. The file got damaged out of nowhere. I couldn't access the file. It freaked me out. I was like, how can this happen to me? But luckily I already did previous renders before this file got corrupted. But the animation, it needed a bit of work, but it was probably enough to get me a merit. That's about it. But man, it was so messed up. This is why I strongly recommend try and get the habit of saving. Hell, even save a backup if you gotta. It's kind of crazy. I was a bit lucky, but again, it was frustrating. Last thing you want is a broken file. Got damaged from, actually, what am I doing here? Much better. Oh, great. I think I can get away. Probably not. I don't know what causes that. Could be the graphics chip, or could be anything. Good news, Mr. Tentacles. I think you're coming out a bit better than Mohawk Boy. Or man. Whatever. So yeah, you can just clean these out. I'll have to encourage you guys to do this just to keep it clean. Like, you don't have to make it too strong. Just make it a little bit cleaner. Like, what are these going to show, you know? Maybe. Okay. I still have to add 2 more feet. So, yeah, those spheres really do work. It does help a bit. Gee, I'm just gonna bring this down. And this a bit, like, it's not really rounded. Copy, Control C, Control V. Nice little trick. Scale, S. Kind of want to try and keep its form, so maybe turn on the S. There we go. Just make a little rotation. Bring them out a bit more. There we go. What else is there? Okay, good. Well, actually, you can Control V again because you already copied and paste. Nope. Paste. Boom. Don't know if I can flatten that, to be honest. Or it's not strong enough. See what I did there? Actually, yeah, kind of be careful not to overcross, because last time we did that, Sculpture's been acting up. It wouldn't let me select the object for some strange reason. There we go. Hey, that's not too bad. And get this head up here. Actually, there is one thing I will do. Yeah, just something a bit off there, but yeah, that's not too bad. Perfect. And maybe a bit to the side there. Perfect. Okay, guys. Hope you guys been working on this for 30 minutes. Although you would spend a bit longer, to be honest. You can go Affinity, but according with videos, I'd rather these videos be 20 to 30 minutes. So I'll let you guys finish off and add the details. I think I'll just scale this up a bit more. Just make them a bit bigger. Yeah, it looks good enough. Okay, guys, that's it for this episode. Hit subscribe, hit like, share it around, leave any comments if you like. Hope to get back to you guys soon. See you in the next episode. Take care.